I want to welcome everyone to She Is Magazine. To those of you who are new to my spot, thank you so much for joining us. I have the lovely Nia Swindell here with me today. I'm going to allow her to introduce herself. This is something really, it was actually, I saw her on Facebook and the movement she had started and just really wanted to get her in the magazine. So I rushed and, she accommodated me in her schedule and I'm so grateful for that. So Nia, I'm going to pause now so that you can introduce yourself to those that may not know you. Take it away.
Hi guys, I am Nia Swindell White of Nia S. White LLC. I'm born and raised in some beautiful Savannah, Georgia.
Yes.
Two amazing parents, the late Gary Swindell and Priscilla Swindell, sister to Gary Swindell Jr. He's an amazing artist here in Savannah. And I'm just here, big, beautiful, and bold. And I started a web series called Serve Your Curve, just to talk about lifestyle, love, and fashion from the curvy girl perspective. It kind of took on a life of its own.
Awesome.
I did the t-shirt Serving Curves with some beautiful brand ambassadors, and it's kind of taken on a life of its own into the Serve Your Curve movement. And we're just living boldly and confidently, living in our purpose, just empowered here in Savannah, Georgia. I wanted to kind of build that community here in Savannah.
That's
So
awesome. Of course, I'm from Savannah.
yeah.
And so seeing another woman from my hometown just doing their thing is always a good thing. So I got a couple questions I just want to go over. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I love how when you do something and you just really haven't even finished all the plans, it kind of morphs into something that's so amazing. And so you're out here like, oh, what's next? What we gonna do? Oh, that,
Exactly.
yeah. I totally get it. Those of us that, are creatives, that are entrepreneurs, that are very visual people, we understand, when we start a thing, it kind of takes on a life of itself, like you said. And those of us that are believers, because we are, a creation of the creator, anything is possible.
Anything.
We can wake up and be like, bam, all of this.
Anything.
I say that, if God can partner with women to bring other humans into this realm, then there's nothing a woman can't do. There's nothing we can't do.
Nothing.
So, segueing into there's nothing that we can't do. I wrote a couple questions down, and the first question I wanted to ask was, showing up as a curvy Black woman. We all have boxes that we check as Black women, and we're always conscious, of certain things, of our appearance, of our hair. Me and you were talking just before I hit the record button. I was like, what is my hair doing? My hair is bullying me. So showing up as a curvy Black woman, tell me what that feels like, what that sounds like.
So for me, I've always been a big girl, and I grew up with amazing, very wonderful parents who spoke into my life. So that definitely helps. As much as I can, just a little segue, talking to parents about
absolutely
talking to your children and instilling self-worth and self-confidence into your children, because it really sticks with them into what they do in life. And so people ask me all the time, Nia, how did you get to be so confident? My mom and my dad, they told me I was a princess. I was worthy of love. I can do anything. God brought me here for a reason. So that's why I can show up big and bold, no matter what size I am. But being a curvy woman, it's a beautiful thing. Number one, being a Black woman in general, we are magical. We are amazing.
We are the Black woman.
Oh my God, it's such an amazing experience. We are so intricate and multidimensional and just so beautiful, and we command such attention. So add curves to the mix, honey. It's a beautiful thing. And then I'm 5'11".
Wow. So yeah.
If I have on heels, I am 6'3", and then I gotta walk to take baby. So I know I command attention, but I use that attention to, if I can speak something into somebody, if somebody stops me, I use that to say, "Oh, hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. How are you today?" And that's I understand that God gave that to me as a platform and
Yes.
a space to empower other women.
That's wonderful that what other people may see as maybe a hindrance or a reason to shy away, you use the fact that you're 5'11". You use the fact that you show up
Yes,
with curves. You use the fact that
yes,
you're a strong Black woman. And I said this before, I don't mind being called strong Black and woman, and all in the same sentence. Because there's just so much that goes into that one statement. So just the fact that you use who you are, just your personality, your presence, your stature as a ministry, as
yes.
a tool. Yeah, as a tool. That's amazing. And India Ari said it best. I am not my hair. I am not my skin. And yet you see all of this first, but people haven't even gotten to the real who Nia is.
Exactly. Exactly.
They hadn't
Exactly.
even gotten to you. So I think that being, if anything, being a conversation piece. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm 5'2" every day, all day. That's all I'll ever be. That's all I'm gonna ever be. So showing
All
up,
qualify, honey.
right? So
Mhm.
showing up in a room 5'11", you can't help but command attention. So that's powerful that you own that. I love that. And you kind of touched on this, and we can just roll right into this other question: showing up for other Black women. How do you show up for other Black women?
Um, like you were saying, because of my stature, because I'm very aware of it. I've always been tall, I've always been big. So I know that I command attention. So how do I do it in the most humble way possible? Living in my purpose, which I know is to empower women, specifically full figure women, but a lot of women come to me, a lot of men come to me, but
Mhm.
to empower people, give them self-worth, but especially because the Black woman is so devalued,
Mm.
underappreciated, overworked, um, you know, especially if you're curvy, it's just now becoming trendy to be a big girl, you
Yeah.
know. So if the way I carry myself and present myself gives somebody some self-worth, that they see themselves, we're like, oh, I never seen a tall girl like that wear size 13, with some pretty feet, and oh, you're so pretty,
I have 13 and they pretty. Come on, girl.
and they pretty baby, so
So
young girls.
time out. Where do you find shoes? Like somebody else needs to know this.
Yes, I actually did an episode, one of my episodes called Not
Really?
Petite Feet. That's what I called it. I find them at Torrid,
Okay.
uh, Good American. That's Khloe Kardashian's line. She has a shoe line that goes to a size 13, and it's
Wow.
um Shoe Show, actually in Savannah, Georgia. They go up to a size 14 sometimes. They're very inexpensive, and it is now. I found a friend of mine pointed me to a website called onlymakers.com. They go to a size 15, and they have heels, boots, amazing shoes.
Honey,
Yes,
all of
thank
the things.
all of the things. And I'm so grateful because wearing a size 13 since I was 13 years old has,
Really, girl.
yes.
So you had to have
Shadow.
you had to have your stuff together.
I
You,
have
you
to.
just had to have your stuff together since the age of 13.
13 years old. I've worn a 13. So Easter used to be very interesting. Um, yeah. So we're just now getting decent pieces, clothes, shoes, everything for plus size.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So maybe that's a future endeavor. I mean, the Nia Swindell. Yeah, yeah, you heard it here first.
Mhm.
So our
You
next
get ahead of me, Michelle. You get ahead of me, honey.
yes.
Yes, darling.
So your reason for launching this brand.
Mhm. Um, So, like I said, I started Nia S. White because I've been asked to host things.
Mhm.
And when I lived in Atlanta, I went to Georgia State University. While there, I began doing runway for being a plus size runway model. I did
Mhm.
that for a whole year. I did countless shows. So, just mixing my sociology degree and fashion
Mhm.
and mentoring and helping people. I was like, God is really pointing me toward doing something bigger. And like I said, so I just started the blog. God was just like, go do it. Actually, Pastor Kenneth Roche is my pastor. And one Sunday, because actually I had been sitting
Shout
on
out
doing
to brother-in-law.
Branded Hearts Ministry.
Yes.
And one Sunday, because I had been sitting on Serve Your Curve, the blog, the video blog series for a while. And I was just sitting on it, sitting on it, sitting on it. And one day, Pastor was talking about, you need to do it. God is saying, just do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. So, literally, after service, I called my cousin Antoinette. I was like, girl, come help me. And I recorded my first episode.
Yes.
And I just,
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this was amazing.
And how
And
long ago was this?
yes, and I did a 10-part series. I
How
did a
long ago was
10
this?
when did this start? When did I start? What is 10 weeks ago?
What?
Um, yeah, because I did one each week for 10 weeks. I wrote
10
it out
weeks ago?
10 weeks ago. 10 weeks ago, because I did one each week for 10 weeks. Um, and it just, like I said, it just kind of took on a life of its own.
Yeah.
Women just were watching. It's not a whole lot. I mean, I'm not, blown up, but I have my little fan base of
But you
people.
have content and you did it.
I
That's
did
the
it.
thing. You executed it. There's somebody still trying to decide, should I do it? Who's gonna listen to me? And there's also, I'm sure you heard all those voices. Well, do you have an audience? Is anybody gonna listen to you? Do you have the content that people want to hear?
All voices.
Yeah.
All and like I said, my fan base is small, it's growing, but there were women was like, because I was late with the video a couple times. They were like, where's the video? Where's episode 5? Like, and I was just like, okay. So I was just like, okay, somebody wants to hear what I have to say,
That's
and
awesome.
so that's how I launched that. And then I was just like, I want to make a shirt. So I decided to do
On.
Serving Curves. And I was just like, I just have so many beautiful full figure women in my life that
Mhm.
have really inspired me and I think are just gorgeous and they need to be on camera. And I was just,
Mhm.
I need you to get in this photo shoot with me. And they were like, okay. And so we did this big, beautiful photo shoot. And that's how the Serving Curves brand started. I sold out all of my shirts in the first week.
Yay.
Yes, to God be the glory. And I already put in my order, y'all.
Yeah.
For my next batch of orders, and I'm
Mhm.
already working on my second shirt. So just kind of it, and like people are calling it the Serve Your Curve movement. And
So where'd you get the name Serve Your Curves? Tell me about that.
um I can't remember who said it to me, but one day I was walking down the street as I do, and this man was like, "You are serving, girl. You serve." Serving. And I was like, thank you. And I was just like, So it's just one of those things. I was just like, serve your curve. And like I said, I've been sitting on the idea
Yes.
for like over a year.
Wow.
So I was just like, that's a really catchy name. And I was just like, let's do it.
That's great. And
It is,
I mean, can I get a Serve Your Curve shirt if I'm not?
of
I mean,
course,
I was gonna say, is it just like a
I get
plus
no
size?
big on
Like
you,
y'all
but
discriminating or what?
I'll give you a shirt. You can
Okay, yeah, I need. No, I'm gonna buy a shirt. I'm gonna buy a shirt. I'm gonna pay full price, baby,
thank
plus
you.
shipping.
Thank you.
So yeah, so can't wait for that. So you asked a question in the video. I saw the ladies. You're behind the scenes. Loved it. And you asked the ladies, how do you serve your curves? So that's my last question to you. Well, not my last, because I got a little secret. After this, how does Nia serve her curves?
I serve my curve by walking in my God given purpose, by knowing that I am here. my brother always says, you are here to answer a question in the world. So when I show up every day, knowing that my presence can be a blessing, can be empowering, can be impactful to somebody else, I take advantage of that to help build somebody else up. So I adorn myself. I make myself feel good. I
Yeah.
walk in my beauty and my stature, knowing that I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
So that can empower someone else. I walk in my femininity. Dr. Idel Cheever, she
Girl,
was
I
my
love that feminine. I walk in my femininity.
yes, I
Ah,
walk in my femininity, darling.
come
Uh,
on.
my mother, my grandmothers, like I said, Dr. Cheever, they always instilled the beauty of womanhood and
Mm,
just the power we have in walking in our femininity. And so I do that. I walk in my curves and my stature, and it's just such a blessing to other people. And like I said, if a young girl can see me and be like, she looks like me.
girl, that's a thing right there. I mean, I wish we had more time to talk about walking in that femininity, and we're gonna have to come back and kind of expound on that because I love that, and
That's so
I think in our hustling and our doing of the things that we kind of we miss that part a little bit, and so there's nothing more regal than a woman that owns her femininity and just from the curves to the eyelashes to everything that just makes us who we are, and we're all shapes, sizes, and colors, and I absolutely love that.
oh
Yeah.
yay.
So,
It's
so
awesome.
I got a rapid fire for you. 5 questions, and then we're gonna be out. Okay.
Okay.
Loving basketball or Love Jones?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Both of those are two of my favorite. Love Jones. I have to
Love
say Love
Jones.
Jones.
Gotcha. Favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Baps. That is my all-time favorite movie.
I love Babs.
Baps.
I
I
love
love that
Babs.
movie.
All right. If you could wake up anywhere tomorrow, where would it be?
It would be Trinidad and Tobago.
Gotcha. And if
Mhm.
you could gift a black girl or black woman anything, if you could gift every black girl, every black woman a gift, what would it be?
Ooh. Ooh, that's a hard one. um,
We got
um,
time.
um, of course, I don't want to be deep, but the gift of Jesus, of salvation.
You can't
Um,
be deep, baby.
yeah, the gift of salvation really makes the difference
Yeah.
because once you know whom you are, and why you're here,
Yes.
you can walk in your beauty no matter what that looks like.
Mhm.
So just that self-awareness of that you're here for a reason. I would love every woman to know that. And just as a gift, my favorite lip gloss is this
There we go.
lip gloss from Bath and Body Works. I've been wearing it since high school. It's the only lip gloss I wear. It's mint
It's
and
high
they are
school.
beautiful,
Oh,
wonderful
I
for
love.
kids.
All right.
Mhm.
So, if you could take an 8-hour road trip with any celebrity, who would it be?
Well, that's an easy one. Jill Scott. I love her. I just think she would be the coolest person to be best friends with, to laugh and to talk and to sing. I think she would be dropping all type of jewels. I
Yeah.
would love to meet her. I need the Lord to work that out. I'm manifesting
Ah!
right now.
What we often think about, meeting a celebrity, but we don't ever think of the other side of the coin. We are bomb and dope as we can be too. So I think it would be an honor for her to meet you and your fabulosity and everything that you bring, and so that you can let her know how you serve your curves. So that would be awesome and amazing.
That
Now,
would be
I'm not sure if y'all end up in a car, but I hope y'all end up somewhere where you can chit chat and talk about all the things.
I'm be like, Michelle, you see us, girl? You see us? We talked about it.
Taking selfies. Yes, yes. I love it. But thank you so much, Nia, for taking this time to share your brand and share your purpose. Most of all, share who you really are. I really appreciate it. And thank you, She Is, for being here for us. You'll see more of the Serve Your Curves movement and another one of our future issues. Thank you, Nia.
Thank you, She Is. Thank you, Michelle Roche. You're amazing,
Thank you
amazing.
so much, lady.